We worked some pass under pressure. I thought our quarterbacks did fairly well. We're getting better in the offensive line. We did some live work there, and I thought our running backs ran the ball a little bit better. We're continuing to see good plays. C.J. Colden made a great pick today, so we're encouraged about that. And I think some of the things the younger secondary guys are starting to show their presence. We did some good things in the kicking game today, and so I thought Cooper struck the ball well. So we're pleased. We'll watch the tape, and we have a big day on Saturday. We're going to be scrimmaging, getting ourselves locked and loaded. Questions?
When we talked to you earlier about some of the injuries, you mentioned, you need to be physical this spring. You want to be more physical, but with guys going down, do you still feel like you can still do that through the rest of the spring, or do you think you may have to dial some of it back?
I'd like to think we can stay the course. We're going to do everything we can. That means being somewhat resourceful, Robert. We weren't as physical as a football team as what we needed to be last year, and sometimes in spring that's the cost of doing business. We're going to stay the course there. Right now we're on track. We're probably razor thin a couple different positions, but we've got to get those live reps and see who can make plays when people are going full speed.
A couple running backs out. Do guys like Xavier have a little bigger roles?
Xavier had a really good day, and so that was encouraging. I don't think Nico finished practice. Austin Conway might have tweaked his hamstring a little bit. I know he's not a running back, but some of those are soft tissue issues. We'd like to think we can clear that up. But right now, we're getting some guys nicked up. But those guys will all be, they should be fine eventually, and we'll certainly have them back by fall.
Or is the lack or maybe the thinness of the receiver core with all the injuries, is that concerning you right now at all?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm more concerned about the lack of depth of the defense and line. I mean, we're having to make do with what we have, but we're encouraged about that. But I think we'll be okay at wide receiver.
Craig, anything, again, with quarterback, I know it's, you're evaluating it every day, and mentioned, Tyler had a good day last Saturday. What, anything happening there, anyone distancing themselves, or any observations from that battle right now?
I thought from my standpoint today, it seemed like things tightened up a little bit. I thought Nick threw the ball a couple times on point. We'll watch the tape. Some of the throws that Tyler threw that were picked off, we were working a couple secondary coverages, so we just told them to launch it. So, but we'll take a look at that and have those guys continue. We did a lot of pass under pressure look where it was a real periods where we put our quarterback and offensive line under duress. Quarterbacks have to make some right decisions, and I don't think we're up to par with where we need to be, but we need more work on that. I know this, the Mexico State game's not far away.
Is it a hamstring with Nico or as well, or what's he?
It's a thigh contusion. Yeah, and so, I'm sure he's got some swelling in that muscle, but he was out there. He just didn't finish.
I know you've been giving Keegan Krager a lot of snaps at center this spring, and what have been your thoughts there? Has he been doing well? Is it a work in progress, so to speak? What's that been like?
A great question. I think his assignments have been on point. His snapping has been a little erratic at times, and I think that can be linked to sometimes having to think, and particularly in the shotgun. Sometimes your snaps are a little bit errant. Also, different snap counts and things like that. But he's making progress. We're pleased with it. He's very determined, and we think he's got a lot of ability. He's really strong. He's got good feet and good lower body strength.
At the receiver position, can you talk about James Price and just kind of a senior veteran to lead this younger group?
Well, it's amazing. It seems like James just showed up the other day, and he's vocal. I think he's coming into his own. He has a strong presence out there, and he's played a lot of football, and he's going to need to establish himself as a senior leader. Other questions?